graphing and writing inequalities. So first thing we need to go over is the fact of how to read an inequality. Now, this is not elementary school. We're not doing the Pac-Man anymore. Let me teach you a little trick. Whenever your variable is on your left side, I'm going to use x. This is how you read the inequalities. This is greater than, because it's open to the one that's bigger. Okay? When you graph this, this one will get an open circle. Now this is greater than or equal to. That line underneath means that it is also equal to that number. And this one gets a closed circle whenever you're graphing it. And the same in reverse. Again, I'll put the variable here. If the inequality is facing away, this means less than. Okay? Which gets an open circle. Less than or equal to, this one's going to get a closed circle. All right, so let's go in and graph some of these and see what they look like. So if I had something like x is greater than 5, when I draw my number line, I am going to write that x is some number larger than 5. So I'm going to put 5 down here. And let's just put 10 down here to show that we're going larger. Now I'm going to do an open circle because this is not an equal to, and my line is going to go in this direction. If I had something like x is less than -1, well, that means that my number is smaller than -1. So I'm going to put -1 down here. And maybe -5 over here to show that we're going smaller. Remember, smaller means away from 0. This is also going to be an open circle because it's not an equal to. And I'm going to draw my line going in this direction. Y, let's just change it up a little bit, is greater than or equal to 6. So I'm going to draw my number line. This means that y is some number 6 or higher. So let's go 6, and I'll just use 10 again. Okay, it is 6, definitely, or something higher, is how you would read that. If I had y is less than or equal to 1, I would draw my number line, and again, this is stating that y is 1 or something smaller. So I'm going to put 1 here and maybe just -3 here, just to show that we're going smaller. I'm going to close my circle, because this is an equal to, and I'm going to draw my line going this direction. Now, some of these problems you have to solve for y. You have to get the variable by itself. Let's do a couple of those. So we have t less than 5 times the sum of -1 plus 3. Alright, so PEMDAS is going to tell us to solve the parentheses first. So I'm going to bring down my 5 times. -1 plus 3 is going to give me a +2. 5 times 2 is going to give me 10. Bringing down my inequality, bringing down my t. Alright, so now let's graph this. Make a number line. This reads that t is smaller than 10. T is less than 10. So I'm going to put 10 here, and I'll just put number 1 down here to show that we're going smaller. It is an open circle because it's not an equal to, and I'm going to draw my line going in this direction. Let's try another one like that. What if I had 2 squared minus 4 greater than or equal to w? Alright, well first let's take care of the exponent. 2 squared is going to give me 4 minus 4 greater than or equal to w, which becomes 0 is greater than or equal to w. Now, reading it this way, notice our variable is not on the left. This says that 0 has to be bigger or equal. Okay? So if I flip this around to put the variable first, I'm going to flip my sign around. It still is the same value. I did not change the value of 0 here. Notice that the inequality was pointing to the w, and here it's pointing to the w again. All I did was turn it around so I can have my variable on the left-hand side. So this shows that w is going to be less than or equal to 0. Reading it this way, W is less than or equal to 0. Same thing. So make my number line, and I'm going to make a 0 here, and I'm going to just go ahead and make a -3 here. This is a closed circle because it's an equal to, and I'm going to draw my line showing that W has to be smaller or equal to 0. Alright, well I hope this helps you with 3-1.